Okay, first of all, thank you so much for clicking. I'm just curious if you want to know, several ways to actually start earning more. I just found out that there are many ways, but would it be okay if I just give you some examples? So my curiosity is really huge because I found out several different ways, especially now with AI. So would it just be okay to let you realize something? Because I don't know how about you, but I'm definitely part of the what we call the has-beens and can no more club. Like most of the time I'm living in the past. It was good at one point, but now I really don't know it anymore. I can't do it anymore, so I'm really part of the have-beens and can no mores. So my question is, and I'm very curious if you want to be honest with me, or at least be honest with yourself, as in what your current situation is. Because I found out that you can't move forward unless you take full responsibility of the past. So would it just be okay if I gave you some hints? And the hints are, number one, what are you afraid of? Just ask yourself, do you live with fear? And I'm just curious if you want to get rid of that fear. Or the second part, or maybe you're in a situation that you're frustrated, so that you know it can be better, but it just doesn't work. You're full of frustration, and I'm just curious if you want to get rid of that frustration, because I definitely found a way to get rid of it and live a beautiful, happy, healthy, and wealthy lifestyle. So it could be that you're one of the number 3 people kind of thing, just like myself, that you have a dream or several dreams and aspirations, and you don't quite know how to fulfill them, how to really reach your goals and aspirations. So I'm curious if you're one of those people, or maybe several issues in your life, whatever your situation is. And I found out a way to really fulfill my dreams and aspirations. So would it be okay to have a look at that? And maybe you're one of the number 4 people kind of thing, or a combination of the first 4, that you perhaps had a traumatic experience that you don't know how to get over, and you don't know how to really discreate it or get rid of that. And I certainly had several traumatic experiences in my life. So I'm just curious if you want to be honest with that. You don't necessarily have to voice that if you don't want to. Some things are very confidential. Maybe you have to discuss it or admit it to professional people or somebody that you really trust. But traumatic experiences can play a huge role. So I'm just curious if you are that kind of a person, that your situation is based on trauma. And I'm more curious if you want to get rid of that and start living into the future again, into or just being present here now, like literally be in connection again with other people, places, and situations. And would it be okay to make some suggestions to you how to get rid of it? Because I certainly know how to do that. I've done it myself, and I'm talking from my own strength, hope, and experience. This is not just theory or what we call therapy. And maybe it is because you're somebody that looks for ways to help people. So maybe you want to help people and you don't quite know how to do it. So I'm curious if you're one of those people. And I found out several ways how to help people. So would it be okay to listen to the rest of this video to find out how? Or you're one of the people that have a different situation. I don't know what it is. I mean, please have a look. And I'm curious if you want to submit or admit that and want to look at that, and also ask yourself the question if you want to change that. So the bottom line question is, do you need help? Can you be humble? Can you be humbled? And I had to do this like literally as one of the last options, because I always wanted to do things myself. But I'm just curious if you want to be strong enough to ask for help. That's basically, before the ego gives up, most people rather die than asking for help. So I'm just curious if you are maybe just by typing one, or maybe just by raising your hand, or maybe give a little sign if you need help and if you want to be helped, and if you're humble enough to receive help. That's another issue. So before we continue, I actually am curious if you want to do a little exercise, and the exercise is dream bigger, faster, and take massive action. That's the exercise. That's really something that you can do actively by thinking of the person that you like to become, even though you're not it yet. And do the same with something that you like to have, like a boat or a house or a dream car, whatever. So think of that, dream of that, visualize that, feel that with all your emotions, and also the circumstances that you like to live in, even though your circumstances suck at the moment, even though you're not that person that you'd like to become, even though your material wealth, even though you don't have a nail to scratch your behind, and maybe you don't have a penny on your name, but visualize that, dream bigger, while at the same time are you willing to take massive action according to your dreams, both at the same time. So I'm just curious if you want to do that, if you want to do that exercise right now, to think, visualize and feel something in the future, even though it's not here yet, while also be willing to take massive action at the same time. I'm just curious if you're willing to do that, because I certainly found out that it saved my life. This exercise saved my life. It's not about ingrown toenails, or maybe my hairdo is the wrong way, or something that you need to be like the Joneses. This is life-saving. These are life-saving suggestions. These are the kind of suggestions that when you jump from a plane, the suggestion is to pull the parachute rope, otherwise you die. So that's kind of the same suggestion. It's a strong suggestion to do this exercise, and I'm just curious if you're willing to do that, because I found out it's literally life-saving and life-changing. So would it be okay to do that right now as we speak? You've heard me saying several times, I'm just curious if, and I am always say, I just found out, and would it be okay, because that's something that has to do with sales psychology. Within these three sentences, saying I'm just curious if, and I just found out, blah blah blah, and would it be okay if, it has all sales psychology in it without selling anything. Because the moment you say I'm just curious if, you force yourself and others into the highest state of consciousness, into curiosity. There's no higher state of consciousness. You're then observing. You are intuitive. And when you say I just found out, you become the authority. And people don't trust other people, they trust you. And when you say I just found out, you found out, and you're not saying, okay, I heard it from someone else, or I saw this, or I saw that. No, I just found out. You're fully responsible, and you are the authority. And the moment you say, would it be okay, you literally give the free will back to the other person to make a free will decision. You're not selling, you're not pushing, you're not indoctrinating. So when you use these three sentences in your life, even with your spouse or your children, or when you go grocery shopping, or when you want to invite people to Zoom meetings or whatever, if you use that, I guarantee you that you book success, and your life will change automatically. And whenever people do give feedback, because most of the time you trigger secondaries, you trigger doubts, people start saying stuff that you don't expect, you simply answer by saying interesting. That's all you say. Or maybe even think of it. Just think of interesting, whatever they say. Maybe they say, oh, my cat is on fire, or my wife has to go to the hospital, or somebody's chopping off my leg. Whatever they say, the craziest things. Just say, interesting. Stay in observing mode. Don't react. Nobody is asking you for your opinion. You don't have to react. So don't go into a dog fight with an angry dog. So just say, interesting. Keep observing the situation and continue the 3 sentences over and over and over again. So here are several examples on how I invite people to Zoom meetings or watching videos or opportunities that I grant other people to take a look at. I simply say, interesting, whatever the conversation is, maybe on WhatsApp or social media, people are pitching you or they're talking about whatever. Most people talk about other people, mind you. And then you simply say, interesting. And the first example, and these are just examples, you have to get used to this flow. But you could say, hey, I'm just curious if you like to let AI make you some extra money. I just found out that there is such an easy way or an easy AI program you can take part of. Would it be okay if I send you a video so you can see it for yourself? And fill in the blanks yourself, obviously. So that's one example. And get used to it. Just be spontaneous, you know. Be in a higher state of consciousness yourself, and the words will flow automatically. Or you could say, hey, interesting, whatever people talk about or answer. I'm just curious if you like to know how AI can help you make some extra income. I just found out that there is such an AI process. I found that myself, I saw it myself, I'm using it myself. So would it be okay if I sent you a video so you can have so that you can have access to? And do it in one flow. You don't have to wait after every sentence. You don't have to invite people to react. You just say it in one breath, in one flow, all 3 sentences. And you can pimp it. You can make it as attractive and as cute as you can imagine. So the third one is a long option. I just exaggerate it. Don't lie, but exaggerate. And you simply say in the third, again, these are just examples. You do your own thing. But in the third example, you could say, hey, I'm just curious if you like to see a way how AI can let you earn more, so you can finally start living the life you always dreamed of. I just found out that there is such an easy AI way. Would it be okay if I send you a Zoom invitation so you can see a live demo for yourself? So I keep it like that. This is just inspirational suggestions. Hopefully you can literally, by applying these suggestions, improve your lifestyle too. As a little bonus, there's there are actually 3 secrets, three simple steps, as in the secrets how to build a huge team and increase your income. By simply, step number 1, do it yourself. Step number 2, teach others. And step number 3, repeat. And maybe you can use videos in order to teach others. You don't have to necessarily do it one-on-one. Use duplication methods, funnels, videos, Zooms, etc., etc. So I'm just curious, if you want to find out how AI can improve your lifestyle, just get in now, do, teach and repeat. We have several options. One of them, you can have access, free access, register for free by clicking the link below below this video, or maybe you have to copy and paste the link if they're not clickable. And see more videos on this channel and follow the step-by-step instructions below this video if there are any. If you see this, and when you see this on YouTube or social media, would it be okay to hit the like and subscribe options, as well as the share option, and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I or we upload a new video. And perhaps you see this on a page where you can leave your best email address and or mobile telephone number. Please do so. We'll send you appropriate video information, won't spam or scam you, and then I'll see you and yours definitely. In the most wonderful resorts, top hotels worldwide, and on the most beautiful beaches of the world, because you're more and more than worth it, and that lifestyle is there for you too. Dream bigger, faster, and take massive, massive action. I'll see you there.